With a wonderful world of games.
Alright, you beautiful peoples of the interwebs, it's me, Clint, CheapSkate Gaming, or if you're watching this on Rumble, it's the Wokeopotamus. And of course, it's the Weekly Freebie Roundup, where I try to grab all your free games into one place where you can check it out. But it's not just free games, there's deals, there's things like whatever the new stuff on Game Pass is, or your PlayStation Extra, that's all here as well. So it's quite a long thing, quite a long show then, or a long video. And essentially, let's get on with it. I'll stop yabbering. I'm not one for big intros. So as always, the first place we go and check out is the Epic Game Store. And on Epic Game Store today, your free game this week is Moving Out. Now, I thought they'd forgotten about Halloween, but obviously they're not going to do a Halloween month on Epic, because next week they are dropping a couple of Halloween-ish games. One of them very good. But let me just say this. These have been games before, so I've already got Moving Out in my library and I've not bought it from Epic. So it's either been part of a Amazon Prime gaming game and they've given it away on that before, or it's been on Epic Games before, and I think it might have been an Amazon Prime game before actually. But next week we got Ghostwire Tokyo and which it's all new, so that I'm looking forward to it. Ghostwire's already in my library, but yet it's a great game, fantastic. I remember that dropped quite soon after the PS5 drop, so it's a relatively new tongue-in-cheek AAA game, whatever AAA games are nowadays, but that's what it was when it released. But it's, if you've missed it, because this is one of those Christmas games, if you've missed it, they'll be dropping it again next week. But anyway, we won't worry too much about next week's games. Let's move along now to the Amazon Prime games. And Amazon Prime have taken Halloween all into by their stride. The whole month has been Halloween stuff, and of course this is part of your Amazon Prime subscription. There's free games every week, and they leave them on there for a couple of months as well, so you can claim them, come back and claim them. If you go away for a week or two, don't worry too much, you can come back and claim them. So the new ones this week they've added, let's just jump straight through them quickly. Monster Train, I can remember this is a card game, this is really popular a few years ago. Pumpkin Jack, really good sort of 3D action platformer, sort of old-fashioned but very popular. Now you will need, before we go any further, you will need a GOG account and an Epic Game Stores account, and also sometimes now and again you need a Legacy Games account, but we won't go too much into that. They did have one last week, a Legacy Games account, but ideally you do need to have a GOG account, and you should have an Epic Game Stores account, because they give away Epic free games, give themselves a free game like we've just seen every week. And yeah, so anyway, so we've got Monster Train, Pumpkin Jack. Let's just go over. There's a game you have not heard of, and I never knew about this. It's called Stasis Bone Totem. That looks pretty good. It's a 3D isometric puzzle horror game. The Gunk, have played it. Pretty good. Not quite AAA, AA. Yeah, it's okay. 3D action platformer where you're going around sucking up this skunk stuff. I do actually enjoy that style of game. It is okay, good game. This one I have played quite a bit off the Morbid 7 Acolytes. Very good bits, 16-bit art, or old style pixel art game. But think of pixel art top down, but with a Dark Souls mechanic. It is hard. It's a hard game. It's a tricky game, but you stick at it, you will get the rewards of the game. I think I've done about 2 of the main bosses. I think there's 7 bosses in all, hence the 7 acolytes. And then to round this off this week, we've got Disney's The Gargoyles Remastered. Now that's, you can claim that straight away on the Prime Store itself. Now don't forget, you can still download the other great games from last week and the week before, and the week before that, and sometime before that as well. And don't forget, they got Doom Eternal freebie that's delivered. That's a Windows game actually, quite unusual. And BioShock Remastered, a game I replayed quite recently. I'll tell you what, Doom Eternal works fantastic on my 3060 Ti. I've got it running 165Hz, 1440p, and ray tracing, and it's running like a dream. So that's a beautifully optimized. The id engine is a really good engine, very optimized game engine. BioShock Remastered, I finished that recently. I mean, I did it back before it was remastered, and I went back through it recently. I think it was last year. Don't forget Killing Floor 2 is still on there, your Ghostbusters, what other big games. All these games are free to get. Borderlands 2, I wish they'd given the Game of the Year edition, but okay, that's fair enough. Just Borderlands 2. All these games are available still to download. The Borderlands pre-sequels on there. Curse to Golf. Industrial is a pretty cool game. Yeah, so they're all on there. I'm trying to think what other ones like a top. They've started taking some of them away now. Now, don't forget your Luna as well. So up until the end of this month on Luna, which is, you just need a browser to play this. You don't need a big PC because it's streamed games. These are free on your Amazon Prime account. Alien Isolation, one of the best, scariest horror games where when that alien's chasing you, man, you do feel it. You got to hide like under the cupboards and under the desks while the alien's there. Definitely one of the best film tie-ins, although it's not technically based on the Alien film. It's based like you are on the I've forgotten the name of the big spaceship now. What's it called? The Morda Highness or something? Whatever the name of the spaceship is, you're on that spaceship that the original Ripley was on, and you're Ripley's daughter. So it's got a great sort of film tie-in there. I do love that. Mortal Shell, another great game. Tormented Cells, another horror game. Got really itchy nose. Doomblade, haven't played that yet. I need to check that out. Anyway, so that's all your Amazon Prime. Great month for Amazon Prime. Look at all these games, all free as part of your Amazon Prime membership. So we're going to pop along to the Steam store now, and as always, what we do is we grab the price index, we go to free, we go to change that to release date and change it to games, and these are all your free games as of the last week. Now what I have done is I've cherry picked a few of these games for you just to think that I've had a little look at all of them, and I thought, ooh, these ones are the standouts. So let's check out this one, this Velvet 89. And I'll read the blurbs on these. How did the communist regime in Czechoslovakia fall? This hidden object game tells a story of ordinary people taking part in the peaceful demonstrations that changed the course of history. Big crowds hide those who want to tell you why they took to the streets. So there are, is an interesting game again, all free. The next game I've decided to chosen is this one, Mariana. In Mariana, you are dropped into an unknown trench to explore. You'll find fantastical creatures and rare artifacts. Fight bosses, mini-bosses, in order to dive as deep as possible and uncover the mystery of the trench. So that looks quite interesting for a sort of platformy adventure game. The next one I thought I'd choose a horror game. VHS Collection Goodnight Me is a short horror game where reality blurs with nightmares over 5 eerie days. Experience strange events, unsettling dreams, and unravel the chilling mystery in a remote house. Can you survive the madness, or will the nightmare consume you? Okay, we love a little bit. It's this time of year for horror games. And then we thought we'd have a look at this one. Again, this is all free, just dropped this week. Eastern Trade Tycoon. Inheritance is a trading simulator game. In the game, you can from zero to hero by trading market. I think this is Chinese developer, so the English is a little bit of Chinglish going on here. By trading markets, build a business, earn money, level up, investing accurately, and manage family to become a trading tycoon. So obviously it's a simplified trading game. It's got quite a lot of positive views, and it could be quite interesting. I don't know if the language or the bad English carries on through the game, which could make it a little bit of a comedy game as well. Anyway, let's try the next one. And this one isn't actually a game. Under the Blue Horizon. It is a game and it's not a game in that you can have it playing in your browser. And it kind of, you can do work in the background. So this is a great one. This is a great one if you're working and you want to, essentially it's an interactive aquarium that you can have in the bottom. You can see here, if I make it big screen. Can we make it big screen? We can make it big screen, look. You can see here now, obviously this is obviously a Chinese or Japanese developer. No, actually this looks like Malaysian to me, actually, that language. Yeah, and you can see you can just have this in the background, and you can just jump on it and play with it as you're doing work. So I thought that's quite fun. Look at all those. It's all 8-bit, 16-bit art. So that's quite nice. And that is in with the free games on Steam. Rounding this up, then I thought we'd have this one. You know, something's coming out tomorrow, but before that, you know, in the old, you always get the 1v1 me, bro. 1v1 me, yeah, I'll beat you, bro. Well, there's a game you can 1v1 in, and it's called Straftat, and it's a 1v1 game, and it just looks really good for a free game. I mean, check these graphics out. They're alright, they're very Quake-esque. It's all about the gameplay, isn't it? And there's over 60 maps in it. So well done whoever developed this, and give it away for free. Looks like good fun. And I love that. Look, it's even got physics. We smashed him out the park there. So there we are, that's Straftat. So that's more or less all the free games that I thought were worth looking at. There's loads more, don't forget. Just go in and have a look on Steam yourself for the free games. But, hey, don't change while I'm talking. I thought we'd have a look at some of the Steam special offers. And here's a bargain. Right, let me just change that. Dying Light, you can pick it up for £2.09. Now, there is a lot of DLC for Dying Light, but I looked at it, they want over a tenner. It's not worth the tenner for the extra content if they're selling the main game for £2.09. If they're going to charge like $4.99 or $3.95, I'd say, yeah, grab the extra DLC, the it's called like Homecoming or Forthcoming or something like that. I've played it all, but just the main game of Dying Light there for £2.09 is a fantastic deal. I think the online still works on it as well. I'm not 100% sure about that, but as you can see, overwhelmingly positive, 300,000 views. Not too worried about Frostpunk, Windblown, not too worried about that. Dave the Diver's got a few quid off, very good pixelated pixel art game. Fallout 4 for a £5. If you haven't got it, why not grab it now? Let me carry on. There was a couple of years. No Man's Sky for a 20 quid. The game that just keeps getting better. Dead by Daylight, that's only 6 quid. So that's not too bad, but certainly I think they should make this a free-to-play game myself, but because they've got so much DLC for it, I think they could make their money off that. But there we are, it's only 6 quid for Dead by Daylight. Euro Truck Simulator for £4.22, a lot of game there, again an overwhelmingly positive game. So that's been free on a lot of the things before. There was a couple more I want to say. That's not too bad, but I don't actually like this particular game, but I know there are people that love it, and this is Don't Starve Together, £3.73, so that is a good deal. It's just I'm not a fan of that particular game. There was other ones on here. Well, I can the ones I've seen were they've got Horizon 4 was on here for $10.99. I thought that was a good deal. It's funny, let me just reload that page again. They might change. Yeah, they have started to change. See, it's funny. It's quite random how they do this. Yeah, there we are. Forza Horizon 4, $10.99, and I thought that's a pretty good. That's the one that's set in the UK. Technically, the real deal on that is to buy the DLC. It'll cost you about £16 something, and there's 2 really big pieces of DLC. There's one that's a whole island, and then the other one's like the Lego races. Is that all the Telltale games? That's a lot of content if it is. And then we're more or less back to where we were before. Okay, so there's a few of the Steam games. The Steam deals then. There is one down here I wanted to have a look at. I want to see how much they're selling Harry Potter for. Oh, not bad. $17.99 for Hogwarts Legacy, and it's the deluxe edition. Don't know what comes. 15 quid for the non-deluxe edition. What comes with it? Hogwarts Legacy Deluxe Edition includes Dark Arts Battle Arena, cosmetics, garrison hats, shop quest, which grants an additional dungeon. Oh, okay, so there is a little bit extra in there. Is it worth the extra 3 quid? That's for you to decide, but like I say, you can get it for 15 quid if you want it. Quidditch was given away free as part of the PS Plus last month. Don't know if it's any good. Injustice 2 for a £5. Mortal Kombat for 4 quid. Okay. Fear games are good, but I'll show you a better. Oh, that's the whole collection for £3.59. Okay, that is a good deal. That's a hell of a deal. And then you've got the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor for $5.99. That's pretty good. I've got both of them in my library already. Great games. Gotham City Knights, worth a tenner. It's better on PC than what it is on the console. It sucks on console. PS5 only plays at 30 frames a second. Back for Blood, that is good for a fiver. That's a deal. And the annual pass is only £3.50. Right then. That's ridiculously good. I'll have to get that. Excellent. Okay, I do like Back for Blood. Great game. Okay, so that's your deals on there. I thought we'd check out some of the GOG deals. I don't always put... I think I might start doing this, but they don't change very often. But Kingdom Come Deliverance, £3.50. That's the Royal Edition, all the DLC. Hundreds of hours of gameplay in there. And here's the Fear games. You can, if you want them just separately, 79 pence. Look, for Fear Platinum. This was an interesting one, I thought. Stranglehold. Haven't played that game for years and years. Back on the old Xbox 360, but they only want £1.69 for it. You got the old Tomb Raider games for 89 pence. Another classic here, as the old Assassin's Creed for £2.59. Now, if it's on GOG, it means you don't need to put it on through the Ubisoft Direct server, which is good. The old Tomb Raider, £2.29. Here's the rest of the Fear free there, but I think the better deal is on Steam at the minute. So there is some good games on here. Mad Max for £4. So there's a better deal on Steam with the Shadow of Mordor. What else is on here? I'm sure I saw some Kane and Lynch. That's a game I haven't played for many a year. Dead Men, 99 pence. Wow. You know, less than £1. There's a good game for less than £1. So yeah, or the Saboteur. Is that the black and white one? I don't think it is. Is it the black and white one? It is. I think it is. Yes, it is. The black and white. That's a hell of a game. How much do they want for it? $3.99. It still holds its price. That's not a very good screenshot of it there. The way that game is it's the game's in black and white until you start opening out. If it is the correct one, let me just... Oh, don't worry about that. Okay. Right, anyway, there's your GOG games. There's loads more to go through. Look, you could spend ages going through them. I just went by the most populist ones. Best-selling I went through. Anyway, right, let's pop along and have a look what's on the consoles. Now, PlayStation, there's not much added or changed since last week, so the extra is still the same. And in fact, I'm actually playing a bit of Devil in Me now. I'm doing a little bit of live on that. I'm going to try and finish that by the end of the week or by the weekend. But Gris is a good game. Devil in Me, it's okay. I'm enjoying it. It's not amazing. Dead Island 2 is supposed to be a good game. And of course, there's your monthly PlayStation Plus games: Dead Space, Wrestling, Doki Doki Literature. Dead Space is the standout game. But let's pop along to Xbox now. It hasn't changed since last week because essentially it's changing tomorrow. So this is the console one. So that's all the same as what I went through last week. And it's the same for the PC. But of course, the big news is tomorrow, or the day this video drops, they would have dropped Bops 6, Black Ops 6. Now, my days of playing Black Ops are sort of over. I don't mind playing a little bit of Warzone if I've got someone to play it with, fair enough. But it's still probably the most popular game in the world, bar Grand Theft Auto. So Black Ops 6 drops tomorrow, or today if you're watching this tomorrow, if that makes sense. It's on your Game Pass. So if you're a Game Pass subscriber, either PC or Xbox, go and put your 250 gigabyte download of Bops 6. I don't know how many it is. It's probably about 80 or 90, but you know what they're like. They were getting so big, those downloads. You know, you'll end up with one game on your hard drive. It'd be Bops 6. So Black Ops 6 drops tomorrow. So if I can, I'll probably enjoy... I do enjoy the campaigns on Call of Duty. Normally I didn't like Vanguard. I thought Vanguard sucked. But normally I do enjoy the campaign, and that's it. I might have one go or two goes of the online multiplayer, but it's not for me. Right, so we'll just go and check out now. We're finishing off now. We'll check out the Fanatical game bundles. And they've only added, I think it's only one they've added since last week. Yeah, but there's only one. I think it was this one they've added last in the week as well. Was it that one? I can't even remember. I know this one, and it's this one anyway. It's Build Your Own FMV Adventures. Now, I'm not a big fan of FMV games. I have played one recently. Well, I say recently, a few years back, and I did enjoy it. It was called Erica. It was a game on PS4. I think they did it for cheap, so I think I paid a couple of quid, or it was either a PlayStation Plus game. And I enjoyed it. It was okay. It's a little quite interactive, so I'm not going to judge any of these games other than their modern FMV. And in fact, I think the people who made Erica made this Late Shift game, so that might be. And I'm not being biased, but it's by Wales Interactive. So, and I do like a few of the Wales Interactive games. They've gotten a lot better over the years. So yeah, if you like an FMV game, try these out. And it's free games for $4.99. So it pays your money, takes your choice. If there's something in particular there that you were looking forward to do, then go and grab it. So that's more or less the Fanatical new ones. And don't forget, there are all these other bundles still available on Fanatical. Do like Fanatical. Fanatical favourites. Can I remember this one? Yeah, Siberia's on there. Soldier's got that. Got a lot of these already. Right, okay. Call the Sea's a cool game. What they want? They want £3 each. Ooh, there's sometimes a bit hit and miss on Fanatical regarding prices. Right, okay, that's Fanatical out the way. Let's pop over to Humble Bundle. And don't forget, the choice is still available. Let me just pop over the choice. So choices, you pay, I think it's $7.99 in the UK. And then you can get to have all these games for free. Once they're part of your collection, you can keep them forever. And this month it was Remnant 2 as the main game, and then you've got other ones. Jasont, that's pretty cool. That's like a climbing game with a different type of gameplay to it. I enjoyed this Dome game. It's only cheap, but that's cool. I haven't played most of the others yet. You've even got a Persona 5 Strikers if you're into your Persona games, and that's part of your choice, Humble Bundle choice. Now, the great thing about Humble Bundle choice is if you don't want to pay it, you can skip a month. Like last week, I had the main game, so I was like skipped it. And again, whatever comes out next week, I'll look at it. I'll think, is it worth it this month? And if I don't like the game, I'll skip it. Or don't like the games. A lot of these games can be picked up on key resellers for quite cheap, apart from the main one, because that's what some people only keep the main game and sell these on. So just keep your eyes out for that. But the part of their bundle this week, the new one they've added is Mystery Menagerie by Microids. Very, very old game company, Microids. I mean, we're going back 8-bit, early 1980s for Microids. They've been around a long time. Anyway, so they do a £15 bundle, and there's an absolutely shizzle ton of games in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 games, so less than £1 a game. But I think the real deal here, because you jump up nearly £6 for just this one game. So if I go to that game, if you know it, the 20% off token, whatever, that's neither here nor there. But by doing that, you get nearly all the games apart from, the Hercule Orient Express game. You still get if it was 15, 16 games before, it's 15 games for £9.17. And there are some good ones in there. If you're into these type of games, I mean, there's classics like Siberia, but they've also got the new Siberia in here. Like there's Siberia Free, but you've got this Siberia Free, an automation with a plan, and there's this other. Where's the other Siberia one? There's definitely another one on here. It just looks different on the picture. There you are. This one, Siberia, the World Before. That's a much new one. Now, these are all Steam Deck verified as well. So if you're into your Steam Deck, these will be ideal games for sort of taking away with you. So yeah, there is that. 15 quid, 28. And that's not too bad. There we are. Okay, you can make of that what you want. I mean, you can pay 76 pence and get these old 5 games or £3.82. That's not too bad, because these free games are probably worth it. So I think that's about it, really. Let's go full view. Right, thank you for joining me. This has been CheapSkate Gaming, and this has been the Weekly Freebie Roundup. We've checked out all your games. Another great month from Amazon. Epic Games will be good next week when they drop Ghostwire Tokyo. There's some great deals to be had at the minute, both horror games and all that. And we'll see you on the next one. The next one will be Halloween. Do I dress up for Halloween? Do I do the video dressed up for... should I? Do you think? I don't even know if I've got a mask. Do I need a mask? That's the question. Right, I have been Glyn. This has been your Weekly Games Roundup. And... we'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye now.
Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over and join the crew. They'll show you how to game and save money too. CheapSkate Gaming, yeah, you know the name. They got the games that won't break the bank, so come on over.